Today's going to be a short and sweet one. Today I lost $1,200, my daily drawdown loss limit on the account. And it's the same mistake I've now made 3 days in a row. So today we came into the market and I was looking at everything mixed again. We're not even going to mess with going through all of the time frames because I only need to show you a couple. Let's start with the daily. We opened up, we had pre-market high up here, pre-market low down here, prior day low here, and prior day high up here. And we were still inside of Friday's candle, still. CPI data comes out tomorrow. We didn't have a lot of data. We had a little bit of data this morning, but not a lot. And I was very wary of the day. I had a better inclination to the upside based on the overall time frame biases of being up with a chance of down. So it was one of those things where I really didn't want to take a big risk down, and honestly today I didn't want to take a big risk up either. I think the easiest way to see this is on the 1 hour. So as you can see, we had a fair value gap here that happened overnight from the 1 hour. We pulled back down into it, and then when we opened this morning, we were still here. We pushed way down and then came back up. To me, that looked strong. So it was like even more reason to go long. The problem with today was that I had the idea of what was going to happen. So on the morning opening range, I really didn't want to go short, but decided to anyway. So right here, I entered a short. Range trade was 3 times the size of the 1-to-1 auto TP. So I decided to go with the auto TP. My stop was right here. I raised it up above these prior candles because this area through here and this area here hadn't been tested again yet. See, we blew right through it here on this one. So I guess this one had been tested, but I still wanted a little bit more confluence. So I wanted my stop up here. You can see I ended up getting stopped out right here. So we did break through VWAP. At VWAP, I added a second contract just shy of getting stopped out because the risk was way less. It was not an S2 entry, and it was just a VWAP entry, but we didn't even really have a chance to test it. We took it right at it, and that was a big, strong candle. That should have been a sign. Shouldn't have taken it there. And I don't know why I was thinking to take it there because we had some strong green candles, and this was the strongest one of them pushing into it. So we did break over and pull back down. I ended up taking a long off of VWAP, and this was the flip-flop that I took for the day, and we traded sideways and then we went up, and after we hit this 4th time here, I actually moved my stop up underneath this wick, and then we traded up and we traded back down to VWAP, and I added another entry, and then I pulled my stop down to the prior day low. I don't know why I moved my stop a little bit, but I did. And then after we broke through here, I said, okay, we're going down. But for some reason, I continued to buy and try to go long. I was in, I don't even know what to call it right here. I was in some sort of a mental fatigue type of area because I was multitasking things, and I was like, okay, this bought up strong. I'm just going to go long here with my stop just down below it, and hopefully we can pop off. And then it just didn't work. So then I was like, okay, and you can see I traded a lot through here today trying to add in. I would get stopped in, stopped out, go back long, get stopped out. It was just a whole soiree. So finally I'm like, wait a minute, I'm below VWAP. Why am I even trying to go long? All of this is telling me down, and then we sold down real hard here, so I drew a little trend line. I said, okay, I'm gonna go short right here. And thinking that price was gonna go lower. I got stopped out because I hit my daily loss limit, and then price did go lower. Not near where I thought it was gonna go, but it did go lower, and then now we're chopping around again. So I had a bias on where I thought price was going to go today. Had I traded the range trade, it would have pulled back pretty close to stopping me out, and then traded back down. I'd still be in the one trade because I traded the auto TP today is why I got stopped out, and I think that's why I kept looking for a flip, a way to take the flip, but I didn't want to wait till we got up here because I was worried about chop. I just made mistake after mistake today. Because of me trying to force the market, and that's the biggest thing that I have to settle. One of the things that I deal with is seeing the profit and loss, and knowing where my stop goes is part of that stop loss. I need to know how many contracts to trade depending on my stop, and it's easier to see visually the dollar amount that I'm risking or the dollar amount that I'm trying to make. Because with prop firms, you can't make more than $1,500. You can't lose more in the accounts that I'm in. You can't lose more than $1,200. Some accounts don't have daily loss limits and all that, so you have to set all that stuff yourself. So I don't want to lose a ton of money. So the risk is trying to stay 1-to-1 on the risk or better is one of the things that I'm going to have to play around with on how to visually see that without the dollar amounts. It shows me the points and the dollar amounts, the indicator that I use. And then I have my account balance up on my main screen so that I can see if I'm in any trades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that to the account side where it only shows me, or not the account side, sorry, the position side, to where it only shows me the position. It'll still show me what I'm up and down in the position, but it won't show me the actual account balance. So hopefully that will help some. And I'm just struggling with needing to know how much I'm making or losing, but not allowing that to dictate the decisions that I'm making. That's one of the things that since I started this journey, I started out really slow. I was doing 0.5 R to R, 1.75 and then back to 1. And now that I've gave myself this free reign, I went through those couple of weeks of doing that. Now I've given myself full reign. Now I'm going back to the old habits that I was trying to break when I started this discipline journey in the first place. So that's one of the decisions that I've got to make. This account is now down $1,200 on the day. I have $800 roughly left of drawdown. My balance is sitting at $50,345. You can see down $1,210. So I have $790 basically left of drawdown that I can take on this account. Again, I'm not trading my funded account. This is still the evaluation account. And something I really got to fix before I trade this evaluation account. I know I said prior that I was okay taking a little bit more risk on the eval accounts to get them funded and get going, but I'm starting to realize the errors that I'm making. Yesterday paid off by feeling where I was going and increasing my size. Wednesday didn't, and today didn't. So I'm going to go back to trading it just like it's a real account. I'm not going to try to change things in and out between evals and regular. I'm going to trade them all the same because I don't think I can handle the difference between the two, and I don't want to blow a real account when it comes to an eval account, because one of the feelings that I had today was I'm already down $900. What's $300 more? Terrible decision to try to do something like that, because when you're trading the accounts, especially if you're trading your own money, it's all money. You don't want that gambler mentality, and I feel like that's what I took on today. So today was a real realism that I had about everything and what I need to change. So coming back tomorrow, I may even just do one trade. I know I talked about maybe not even trading it today. I really wish I hadn't have now. And tomorrow, after we have CPI and we have some direction in the market, we'll see how it goes. But I may just trade one trade. I may that may be part of my discipline. Take one, win or lose, 1-to-1. Don't try to stretch anything and leave it at that. I think that's a pretty good idea to try to trade for a while at least. So do the 1-to-1 fixed, turn the accounts off to where I can't see the dollar amount, and just do the 1-to-1 based on the point risk of what the system tells me, and let it go. And get used to taking the 1-to-1 only. Get used to not looking at the P&L, and then I can go from there with taking a potential flip if I have a loss on the 1-to-1. And 1-to-1 would be range trade too. So there's range and there's auto TP, two different things. I'm doing 1-to-1 on either one of them moving forward until I can get myself back into a better routine of discipline so that I'm not making these mistakes again. So hopefully you've learned something from this. I know sometimes we have to touch the hot stove ourselves, but I'm hoping that you've learned something that will help your trading, that you don't have to go through the same issues that I am right now or have right now. And so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you made it this far. If you did, please like it, subscribe, and come back to watch and see where this discipline journey takes me.